Hi everyone, I am Balaswamy. Welcome to my channel Soft Skills by Bala. Today we shall see the difference between mobs, groups and teams and also stages of team development. So what is the difference between a mob, a group and a team? People in the mobs don't know about each other. They don't know why they have, they don't know about each other, why they have gathered there. For example, take a supermarket. In the supermarket, people come there together, but nobody knows anything about the other person. They all meet at the same place, but they know not each other, the purpose of their gathering. They don't do the same work. Each one does a different work there. Maybe some people come for shopping, some people come for working, and even those people who come for shopping, they don't coordinate with others. So such kind of groups, such kind of gatherings are called mobs. Then what is a group? If you take an example of the students of a college, they are all part of a group. Now, the people in the group know why they have come to that particular place, the college. All the students have come to the college for the purpose of studying. But they don't do studying together, they don't do any teamwork. Each one studies himself. Each one has a different strategy for his studies. They don't coordinate, they don't cooperate with each other. So, such kind of things are called groups. All the teachers of a college, all the students of a college, you can take like that. But what are teams? Teams are formed to complete a particular work, a particular task. Generally, if we see, mobs are larger in number, groups are smaller in number, but teams are very small in number. Maybe mobs can have maybe 100,000 people, groups can have maybe hundreds of people, but teams have maybe 4, 5, 6, people like that. In mobs and groups, nobody cares about the skills of others. But in teams, we should know the skill set of others because we have to come together, explore our skill set, and then form a team to complete a particular task. The task is divided into different phases, and in each phase, a person who is skilled in that completes the task. So when the whole project is completed, we understand that each one has contributed to a particular position of that task. So we have some differences like that: mobs, groups, and teams. Now we shall see the stages of team development. Generally, in the corporate world, teams are formed and teams are adjourned. So we shall see how teams are formed. What are the stages? We see 5 stages. So we shall see one by one. Number 1, that is stage 1, it's called forming. Forming of a team. So when there is a project, when there is a task, people come together, introduce themselves, try to understand about each other. That is called forming stage. In the forming stage, rules and regulations are discussed and people come to know about each other. So acquaintances are formed. That is stage 1, forming. Number 2, stage 2, it is called storming. So once these people start working, there would be many opinion differences. In simple words, there will be many quarrels. People may not like each other, or they may misunderstand each other, and they may not cooperate. Sometimes we find team members not accepting the authority of team leaders. So, this is the stage where we have problems. Generally, in the beginning of every team, we have some issues. They are called teething problems. Issues come whenever we form a team. They are called teething problems. So, these teething problems should be solved in every team. People must understand about each other more to accept each other more. So, this is the second stage, storming. Next, third stage, norming. After some time, people begin to understand each other very well. Maybe because of the discussions, maybe because of solving the problems, maybe because of the time, whatever may be the reason, people begin to understand each other. They begin to understand what each one can do. And then slowly, they calm down. They begin to settle down to focus on the task. That stage is called norming stage. And the fourth stage is called performing stage. This is the stage where people really work productively. Each one exhibits his skill, each one contributes to the completion of the task, and then they make sure that the task is completed successfully. This stage is called performing stage. And the last stage, fifth stage, is called adjourning. Once the task is completed, the members of the team disperse. People go back to their old groups. So that is called adjourning. So every team has 5 stages. Number 1, forming. 2, storming. 3, norming. 4, performing. And 5, adjourning. Sometimes, if the team members are excellent, if they know the culture of the company and the culture of teams and groups, they may take just 1 hour to come to the stage of norming and performing. But if people are not experienced, if people don't know about each other well, and if they don't know about corporate culture, then they may remain in stage 2, storming stage. Even after 3 months, they are still in storming stage. They may be still quarreling. We see this in many offices. In some offices, people begin to cooperate with each other and then they begin to become friends. But in some offices, we see all the time people quarrel about their skills, people have misunderstandings about their roles, people don't listen to their bosses, bosses don't understand the subordinates, so people may remain in second stage, storming stage. So we need to understand that these stages are part of every team. Maybe in our family also same thing happens. Now when there is a new marriage, when a new person enters our family, again, these stages will be there. The new person may not accept the culture of our family. The new person may not like what we are doing. So we have to give that person some time to understand. And then after some time, that person will surely understand, and then he or she will be part of our family. So we should be patient enough to go through all these stages. Only if you are patient enough to go through storming and norming stages, you cannot reach performing stage. So friends, these days, because of COVID-19, many of us are losing jobs and some of us are changing jobs. We are becoming part of new teams. So because of all these reasons, I thought today we need to understand the stages of team building and then be good team players. Thank you so much. If you like my video, subscribe to my channel and like and share my videos. Thank you.